Bedtime Stories. Are you ready? Let's take a look. Time for bed. It was bedtime, but Pip Panda was wide awake. "Can I have one more story?" he begged Dad. "Please." Dad laughed.
"Okay, Pip,"
he said.
"Just one more."
He opened up Pip's storybook and started to read. Pip enjoyed the story, but he still wasn't sleepy.
"Your night lights will help you feel cozy and dozy,"
said Dad. He switched on the twinkly lights above Pip's bed and said goodnight. Dad was just settling down in his armchair when he heard a noise coming from the kitchen. He found Pip filling up his beaker with water from the fridge. "I'm a little bit thirsty," explained Pip. Dad tucked Pip back into bed again, but he hopped out. "I left my blanket in the kitchen," he explained.
"I'll get it,"
said Dad. When he returned, Pip was rummaging through the wardrobe.
"Now, what are you doing?"
asked Dad. He quickly ducked as a woolly jumper flew past his ear. "My feet are cold and I can't find my warm socks," said Pip. Dad helped Pip find his socks. Then he said goodnight again. "Wait," said Pip. "I need something to cuddle." He jumped up and started to search his room, checking every nook and cranny for the right toy. At last he found Big Teddy, stuffed down the side of the cupboard. Dad said his third goodnight and started to leave, but Pip yelped, "Don't go!"
"What do you need now?"
sighed Dad. He was beginning to feel a bit tired himself. "Can I have a goodnight kiss?" asked Pip.
"Of course,"
said Dad, kissing Pip on the head.
"Is there anything else you want before you go to sleep?"
But this time Pip didn't answer. He was so tired from getting in and out of bed, he was already asleep. Camping fun. Sunshine Forest was the perfect place to camp. Chrissy Crocodile and her friends tumbled out of the car, excitedly ready for adventure. "I can't wait for tonight," shouted Chrissy. "Me too," said Mia Monkey.
"Me three,"
said Erin Elephant. "What's so special about tonight?" asked Mom, who was putting up the tent. "That's when we're having our midnight feast," said Chrissy. She couldn't wait to stay up late toasting gooey marshmallows on the campfire. Dad asked the girls to collect wood for the fire, so they dashed off into the trees, picking up twigs and dragging branches back to the tent.
"Good work,"
said Dad.
"Now you can go and play."
First, they raced to the rope swing and took turns soaring through the air. Then they found a stream and got soaking wet as they paddled in it, slopping gloopy mud into a pile to make a tiny waterfall. After their picnic lunch, Dad organized a sports challenge. Mom cheered when Chrissy came first in the running race. Mia was the best at tree climbing, and Erin's long trunk helped her win the water fight too. Splish, splash. Mom hung their wet clothes up to dry, and the girls changed into their PJs, ready for a delicious tea of sausages and beans. While they ate, Dad told spooky stories which made them scream and giggle. As it got dark, the girls snuggled up next to each other beside the campfire in their warm sleeping bag. "I'm tired," sighed Mia. "Me too," said Erin, yawning. "Me three," said Chrissy. "Can we have our midnight feast tomorrow instead?" "Of course," said Mum.
"The fresh air and exercise must have tired you out. How about just one marshmallow before bed?"
asked Dad, but the girls were already asleep, so he popped one into his mouth.
"Oh well, there's always tomorrow."
I hope you enjoyed this book. Be good for me and Daddy. Good night. Make sure to subscribe and like. Guess what? We made a super fun diary for kids. 75 pages full of drawing, feelings, and daily affirmations. It's like our very own adventure book to fill with stories and dreams. Want to feel brave, happy, and creative every day? Let's grab a copy. Links waiting for you in the description below. Enjoy!